People of the internet, welcome back to another video. It is I, Don Thomas, back in here with another one. As always, folks, the likes, the comments, the subscribes are all greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for the support on this channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic, folks. Let's get into this debacle, which for me is a no-brainer, but for some reason, of course, you know, it's the internet, so there's always going to be people on one side versus the other. But there's a teacher in question who's a teacher of, I believe, a middle school class, underage children class, where he teaches, I believe he's a science teacher. Science teacher, of course, teaching these young girls. Almost called them women. They're not women, young girls. And the activities in which he's choosing to participate in his classroom is up for question. Now, I do believe as of recording this video, he has been fired. People up in arms. People are defending him, saying that he was wrongfully fired. People are saying that he was rightfully fired. I want to get your take on this, guys. And of course, I'll share my take as well, too. Let's go ahead and dive into this topic. So, all right. So the video is a full 4.5 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just want to give you guys some context as well, too. I'll play another clip off to the side here as well. So, you see, this is the teacher in question. Young man here, of course. These are his middle school students. And they are braiding or unbraiding or whatever the situation was, or they're braiding his hair. And this is what got people in a frenzy. Of course, I'm going to play a little bit of the clip. I think he has some context or overlay or whatever he's trying to vouch for, whatever the case is. Let me go ahead and play a little bit of this, and then I'll play another clip, and then I'll get into it.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number two, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early. And
even watching this is making me mad. Just the demeanor and the tone, the background music is just like, it's making me a little bit mad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like my heart is getting a little bit warm while watching this. So you see it here in the video. There's at least 5 young girls doing his hair here. He's, as you heard him say, they're unbraiding. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we can see in the shot here. And he's validating it, of course, as you can hear in the text here, as to why this is okay, this and that and the other. Video goes on. I guess I'll fast forward a little bit, blah, blah, blah.
I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids.
Okay.
They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life.
Okay.
In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher.
All right, boom. Let me just pause here real quick. All right. It's because it's making me mad. All right, okay. Because to me, this is clear as day. I don't even see how this is up for debate. I don't even see how this is up for debate. Okay, let's play to his defense real quick. So he's trying to rationalize this behavior by saying this is wholesome content. I'm recording it for my own safety and theirs. All of their parents are aware of my social media, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm not hiding. I'm not being weird. I think in other videos that I saw, he's calling other people that are questioning this activity, they're weird and they're projecting their own, whatever the case is, this, that, and the other. So what he's trying to say, and then what other people that I saw, because again, this had the internet up in arms right now. There's other people that are saying they see nothing wrong with this at all. Oh, there's nothing wrong. This is wholesome content. Some of these girls, though, of course, this is the black community, so they're going to try to allude and say some of these women, some of these young girls, I'm sorry, I keep calling them women, they're not women. They're going to try to allude and say, oh, the male, the black male father, the male role lead in the household is not present for a lot of these youth, the stereotypical stuff they're going to try to say for us in the black community, whatever the case is. So they're trying to champion this dude, and he himself is trying to champion himself as just this upstanding guy, this, teacher of the year who's just, trying to be like, just a superb role model for these young girls. That's his argument, right? Then you got other people on the other side of the fence where I stand firmly, which what I thought would have been a no-brainer, but again, we're dealing with the internet. The side that I stand on, and I feel like any rational brain would stand on as well too, is that no, sir, this is not appropriate. First of all, we're at school learning. Okay, you can say this is maybe after school, or maybe they did good on their test, or whatever he was trying to say. Oh, so we have this downtime, whatever the case is, blase, blase, blah. This just is a blatant sign of the disconnect, and this is how I know, like, man, there's a lot of people that look at this world from a different vantage point. You can tell the people that are just not aware of the happenings of the world. Like, are you aware of the current status of the world? Or what rock are you living under to even think that in the times that we're living in now, that this is the ideal thing to do? Now, in his defense, he's saying, oh, well, I'm not hiding. The parents are aware, blah, 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 woo, 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 this, that, and the other. The side of the fence that I stand on is that this is inappropriate on the main front, that these are young, impressionable girls. Let's just speak on just human biology for a second, right? Human psychology, human biology between men and women. Heterosexual males, heterosexual females. We all know, we were all there, of course, at one point in our life. We were all teenagers once. We were all in middle school. We were all in high school. We were all teenagers. That is the ideal prime for raging hormones and emotions and feelings and this, that, and the other, crushes and this, that, and the other. That is the ideal state where such behavior is what we would deem normal, right? In this scenario, as I pointed out, of course, there's about 5 young girls. It's a full classroom full, but again, just going off the context of the clip, you can ask yourself this. Of these girls, let me just pull up the screen again real quick. Of these young girls, what percentage of them would you say would find this man attractive? Now, of course, in the manosphere, of course, just how men interact with each other, whatever the case is, we all have eyes. Of course, I'm comfortable enough in my masculinity, right? I feel like in the manosphere, we're all able to, as men, as straight heterosexual men, we're all able to kind of see who got it, right? In the manosphere, men, as they like to say, men like to, it's a, ego-driven contest, whatever the case is. We all kind of size each other up from time to time, fairly, whatever the case is. So from men to men, we're all aware of, who got it, who may or may not have a hard enough time, gaining the attention of other women, whatever the case is, whether that be financially, physically, because I feel like there's a lot of elements that go into play when, gaining the the attention of the female species, the female gender, right? So some would argue, of course, that he's an attractive man, older man. Of course, this is, I even believe statistically known that women typically like older men, whatever the case is. Many of us would argue and say he strikes me as somebody who would not struggle to get the attention of women his age. If he was in a dating pool, in the dating market, and, I even referred to another video in his shooting percentage. If he was to shoot a shot at women his age, he probably stands a decent chance of getting the reception that he's looking for. It would be acceptable if this was happening with women his age. So being that these are, again, young, impressionable young girls in middle school, I asked the question again of what percentage do you guys think, if you watch it, what percentage of these girls do you think would say, oh, he was my first crush, or I have a crush on my teacher, or whatever the case is. The guy's acting as if like he don't understand how just male and female dynamic work. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. See, and that's the thing. I don't really like talking down on dudes or calling people out of their name. I don't really like doing none of that, man. So I'm trying to talk to him like human to human. Come on, bro. You got to be aware of just the happenings of the world, bro. You can't be that disillusioned to believe that, oh, I see nothing wrong. It's like he's not even trying to consider how this can be seen. You know, in other videos that I saw, of course, I said I'll play another clip. He's trying to act as if there's nothing wrong, that people are tripping for even seeing how this is wrong in any way, shape, or form. Come on, bro. What world are you living in? Are you not aware? Are you not seeing these headlines of the things happening in Hollywood and all this child trafficking and pedophilia? I said in the other video, man, I've never heard the word pedophilia so many times in my life as I have in the past few months. These are not the games you want to be playing in the current times that we're currently living in, man. You don't want to be even, you don't even want to be, you don't, it's like I would be over, if I'm a teacher in this position, I would be overprotective, like over aware, over diligent in my behavior when interacting with little girls. Why would you want little girls playing in your hair anyway? In another video I saw, he was trying to warn it by saying, oh, some of these girls are into cosmetology. I think I saw another video, because he does this. This is his thing. Another video, they were doing his nails, all activity that is very questionable. One video, they were doing his nails, and he said, oh, well, the girl wants to be a cosmetologist when she grows older, whatever the case is. Bro, if she wants to practice, there's other classmates, there's other girls, there's people her age that she can practice on. Why does she have to practice on your nails? Why do these girls have to practice on your hair? It's weird. And the fact that he sees nothing wrong with this is crazy to me. Let me play another clip that I thought was comical. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed, bro, because, yeah, man, what world are you living in, bro? I'm gonna play another clip real quick where Buddy was crying because this is, because I do believe he got fired. Again, like, I'm not trying to whatever, but, all right, here's another video. This is, now that he's been fired, here's another video where he's trying to, I don't know, let's take a look, because I didn't even watch all of this.
I hope that you're okay.
Come on, come on.
Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back, and we will always stand behind you and up for you no matter what happens. We got you. Again, we miss you and we love you so much, and can't wait for you to come back. I wish that
He ain't coming back. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. See, here's the thing. I said this as well too in the last video. There's like I'm telling you, bro, in all seriousness, man, mental health is real in this world. Would you deem him mentally fit? See, this is the thing, man. And see, it's like it's funny, but it's not funny. Would you deem him as somebody? And again, I'm not gonna judge him. I don't want to be judgmental. Again, I try to play as unbiased as possible when I do these reactions or I give my take on certain things. And I really try to see both sides. I can't confidently say that this is a man of sound mind and sound volition. I can't, bro. Again, the fact that people see nothing wrong with this, like, man, you're tripping to think that anything is wrong with this type of behavior is crazy to me. What world are you living in? Now, again, I'm not trying to kick a man when he's down. I'm not trying to act as if, like, we all have our own crosses that we got to carry. We all have I feel like everybody to some degree is weird. To some degree, I feel like everybody struggles with some level of mental health, poor mental health, to some degree. There's nobody that is, I feel like if you're a human being living in this current world, in these current times, you have some level of anxiety, you have some level of depression, to some degree. Whether it's manageable for you, whether you're seeking treatment for yours, I feel like everybody is a little, in their own way, with their little quirks and their own everybody's a little bit off, right? Some more than others. If this dude was my homeboy right now, I'd hit him up like, bro, I would really try, I really want him to see, like, bro, you got to look at the other side of the coin, bro. Like, you don't see how this is a little bit questionable, bro? Again, going to the point that I was making, what percent, if he was, the man's acting as if, like, there's not one of these girls. If you ask these girls right now in the court moment, hey, you got a crush, I don't even know his name. You got a crush on Mr. da-da-da-da-da. I'm pretty sure upwards of 80 to 90% of the young girls in this class would admit that they have a crush on this man. So that in itself would say, again, going just back to human psychology, male and female interaction, it's not a reach to say that I'm pretty sure some of your students have a crush on you or find you attractive to some degree. So knowing that, if I know that information, and I can confidently say, hey man, I'm pretty sure of this group, let's say if there's 20 students, I'm pretty sure 15 of them might find me attractive. Young girls find me attractive. I'm not having these little girls playing my hair. How is that? What are we questioning here? And to the parents that watch this, oh, I see nothing wrong with this. You see, man, that's the thing that kind of gets me about this world, man. Like, it frustrates me. It's very frustrating at times where there's certain things that we just can't all agree on, that we can't all just rule out, you know? And again, that's going to be based off of people's backgrounds, people's upbringings, people's, you know, cultures, whatever the case is. But I feel like we would stand another chance. We would stand a greater chance of living civilly amongst each other if there was just certain things, no matter your race, gender, creed, that we all agreed on. Right being right and wrong being wrong. Now, of course, you'll say right is subjective, wrong is subjective. But I feel like I just wish that we were living in a world, and again, it's just maybe me being naive, but I feel like there should be certain things that we just all unanimously agree on that this is wrong. So the fact that this is even up for debate is making me a little bit mad, bro. Like, how disillusioned do you have to be to see nothing wrong with this situation? It don't make no sense to me. So to my understanding, he's been suspended or let go from his job, which I feel like was the right thing to do. He's sitting here crying and saying, oh, we can't wait to see you come back, and what's so wrong with us playing in your hair, young little girls? Why would you even, as a man, like, why would you even want that? Like, why would you? And the boy was sitting there, he was sitting there confident, like, you can see him, like, he's eating fruit, he's playing, like, I can see, he's acting as if, like, he's a king with, like, a harem of women, you know, fanning him and feeding him grapes. Nah, bro, these are little girls. Why do you want little girls playing in your hair in these current times, at any time? But in 2024, those are the type of games you don't play, bro. Those are the type of games you don't play. I feel like if you're a teacher, be a teacher, man. We got to draw the line somewhere, folks. We have to draw the line somewhere. Teachers need to be teaching. I'm not saying you can't crack a jokes with your students. It's just like, you know, some dynamics. And again, everybody has their own parenting style or whatever the case is. But a lot of these situations, man, you got parents, man, you're friends with your kids. And I'm not saying don't be friends with your kids, but they got to be able to draw the line somewhere like, this is still my mom, an authoritative figure. This is still my father, an authoritative figure. This is a teacher, an authoritative figure. There can only be so much playing that we could do in these roles. We're not age groups. We're not friends. We're not friends. We're not friends, bro. If I'm a teacher, man, if I'm a teacher... If I'm a middle school teacher, high school teacher, bruh, I would go above and beyond. I would go above and beyond to see to it that, hey, no funny business is happening in my classroom. What? The fact that there's anybody that can sign off with this, parents included, and think this is okay behavior is crazy to me. It's not. Not in this current time, especially not. Not ever, especially not in the current times that we're living in, folks. It's not acceptable. It's not. Sorry, bro. It's not. Sorry. What do you make of this situation, folks? I'd love to hear it. What's your take on this teacher acting as if there's nothing wrong with underage girls playing in his hair and undoing his hair and painting his nails as if there's not other alternatives? What should the dynamic be between a teacher and a student? Teachers are there to teach primarily. That's why you were hired, to teach and educate your class. I'm not saying you can't have, you know, little jokes, and I see teachers with, you know, handshakes with their students and whatever the case is. Okay, cool. Maybe there's some students that resonate with you a little bit more than others. I get all of that. But there still has to be a line that is drawn where it is a clear indication that you are the student, I am the teacher. An underage student, and I am the teacher. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to gossip with you and paint your nails. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to guide you. And I'm going home at the end of the day. Come on, bro. We can't be oblivious to acting like young girls don't, or just women in general, typically like older men, especially in that age. Young girls typically like older men. That's pretty common knowledge. Questions, comments, concerns. Of course, I'd love to hear it down in the comment section, folks. What do you make of this situation, man? Am I foolish in thinking this is unacceptable? If you think this is acceptable, please leave it down in the comment section. I want to hear you out. I want to hear your claim. What makes this acceptable? If you were a parent and you were sending your young daughter off to school and you saw that the teacher in his spare time has a slew of young girls playing in his hair, how would you how would you respond to that? I'm laughing because I'm just thinking if that was me. If I'm a parent, bro, and I got to make a phone call to my nieces because I got a middle school niece. I got a young niece right now that does exactly that. Nails, hair. I gotta holler at her after this video, man. No. We don't do that. If you want to practice on hair, practice on your age groups. That's all I'm saying. Practice on the people that are like you, young girls. If you want to practice on the boys, practice on the boys that are your classmates. If boys see fit that they want their hair played in, it'll be a lot more acceptable in that situation. But under these circumstances, it's unacceptable. That's my take. I want to hear yours. Questions, comments, concerns are all great. Likes, comments, subscribes are all great. They're all greatly appreciated. I will catch you on the next one.